It's great to be back with you tonight. I missed you last week. I appreciate you guys being patient with me as I've had to travel more with my 9 to 5 job. So thank you so much for being so sweet about me not being able to be here some Wednesdays. I am always thinking about you guys and wishing that I could be here with you having some fun scrapbooking, but I do appreciate all of your kind words and thoughts. So thanks so much. We are back this week, right? We are here and we are ready to go. I had to make a list tonight because I have so much that I want to tell you. So I'm going to go slow and we're going to take this in sections. We're going to take this in topics. So the first topic we're going to talk about tonight are my upcoming events. So this Sunday, March the 16th, yes, because Monday's the 17th, March 16th, this Sunday, March 16th, is my first scrapping night out. And I'm really excited for this. I have several ladies who are coming, and we're going to have so much fun. It's at the Manor in Xenia, Ohio, and I will send out the address to everyone who has RSVP'd so that you have that for your GPS. But that is this Sunday from 4 to 7 p.m. Now, the Manor is a scrapbooking home. So, all of those places in your community where people are using these homes as a weekend retreat venue. And so that's what the Manor is in Xenia. And so from 4 to 7, we are going to be at the Manor making projects together. And so the cost is a $10 studio fee. So to come in and use the studio is $10. And she has, I think it's 5-foot tables for everyone. Comfortable chair, good lighting on your table, a trash can at every table, very comfortable scrapbooking area for you. And you can bring a project that you're working on and work on that. Or I am going to have the simple page kits and the trio card kits for you to make. They're $6 for each project that you make. So the simple page kit, one simple page kit is $6. One trio card kit is $6. And I will have the adhesive and I will have the foam squares for you to make those projects. So, or like I said, you can bring your own project to work on, and then it's just the $10 studio fee to sit and scrapbook with us. Also, since this is a house, it's a retreat house, you can bring snacks, your drinks, your dinner, because we are going to be there at dinner time. So it's from 4 to 7 p.m. So please feel free to bring your dinner with you. And we're just going to have fun. It's just a fun ladies' night out, a 3-hour fun project night, and like I said, come and make a couple projects with me. Or just come and hang out and make your own projects. And if you bring a friend, you and your friend each get one free project. So, and that is good one time. So, if you bring a friend, and then if the next time your friend brings a friend, then they each get a free project. Okay, so it's a one-time thing with each friend you bring. Okay. So please let me know if you can attend. I still have spots available. I think I have 4 ladies now who are coming. So it's going to be a comfortable evening. There are 10 tables, but we can double up since we're only going to be there for 3 hours. So I can take several more people if you and your friends would like a night out. Just send me an email. My email address is there, pammorin@outlook.com. to reserve your spot. And if you would like to pay your studio fee, here's my Venmo and PayPal. If you want to wait till you get to the manor on Sunday night to pay your studio fee, that's fine too. Okay. I can't wait. This is our first scrapping night out, so I can't wait to see you guys. And you guys have seen the simple page kits. We've made them on our Wednesdays together. And they are exactly what they sound like, a simple page kit, and it has all of the cutting instructions. It actually has lines on the back of the paper for you to use to cut the pieces out. So easy. That reminds me, if you do have our 12-inch trimmer or whatever 12-inch trimmer you have, if you want to bring that, that would be great because that way we're not all waiting for the 2 trimmers that I have. So if you want to bring your 12-inch trimmer, that would be great. I think that's it because like I said, for my projects, I am providing the adhesive and the foam squares. But if you're going to be working on your projects, then you can bring all of your supplies with you. Okay. All right. So that is um the first thing that I wanted to talk about was scrapping night out this Sunday from 4 to 7 at the manor. So I'm going to just get rid of that one. There we go. Okay. The next thing that I wanted to talk about for my events, my next Friday night virtual crop is March 21st. So we're not on our normal schedule this month of the second and the fourth Friday of the month because of things that I have going on. But we are going to get together on March 21st. So mark your calendars for March 21st from 6:30 to 10 p.m. We will be getting together for our Friday night virtual crop. Now, the reason that I'm not having a Friday night virtual crop this Friday is because I'm going to be attending my CM sisters are hosting a virtual crop this weekend. And I signed up for that because they are so much fun and because they have such great designers. They have 7 or 8 ladies who will demonstrate layouts for you, and they are amazing. So I am attending that virtual crop this Friday and Saturday, and I wanted to give you that information. Here is you can't see that flyer well at all, but it's the CM Sisters Spring Break Virtual Crop, and they hold these, I think, 3 times a year they have these virtual crops. And here is the QR code. Click on this, hover over this with your phone camera, and get that link to register. It's $30, and like I said, it's Friday evening. I think it starts around 5 Eastern time, Friday evening to from like 5 to 11, and then Saturday 9 to 9, I think. I can't remember exactly what the times are, but it's Friday evening and Saturday. But like I said, if you hover over this QR code with your phone camera, just click on that link. It will give you all the information, and then you can pay. And then they have a Facebook group that you can join, and it gives you all the supplies they're going to be using and all the layouts they're going to be making together. And it's just so much fun. They are hilarious. They are entertaining and they are sweet. So come and join us. We have such a good time, and that's this weekend. I wanted to let you guys know about that. And it's not too late to register. They're still taking reservations. Okay. So I'm going to close that one up. I'm trying to stay very organized here so I show you um the right thing, the right pictures at the right time. Okay, so those are the 2 events this weekend. Friday and Saturday is the CM Sisters virtual crop, and then Sunday is my scrap and night out. Okay, so those are the 2 events I wanted to talk about this weekend. I also still have spots available for my March scrapbooking retreat, the 27th through the 30th, which is coming up in just a couple weeks. And my registration for this ends on the 17th. So on Monday. Yeah, I have to give a count of people that week, next week. So, registration ends on March 17th. So let me know if you and your friends would like to attend. We have such a blast at this weekend retreat. I can't wait. We're going to have so much fun, and we'll have lots of fun classes and demonstrations and lots of product to shop and just lots of new friends to meet and scrapbook with. So I hope you guys will join us. Okay. The next thing I want to talk about, let me double check my list here. The next thing I want to talk about, let's see, I talked about this. Okay, good. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is the sales that are currently going on. Um, Let me bring up. So the National Scrapbook Day bundle, customer bundle is still available. So if that's going to be the collection we use tonight for our layout. So if you're interested in that bundle, please take a look. The latest that just came out this week is the On the Mend collection. And it's called On the Mend Journey to Healing. And it's great for all of you who are in the medical field. This is the perfect collection for you. If you are on a journey of healing, then this is a great collection to um, um, document all of the document your journey of your healing with whatever you're going through. And if you are, our best is to you, out to you. So if you are going through an illness, we are thinking of you, and this is a great way to scrapbook all of that, of everything that you're going through, right? And look back on it and celebrate um, your journey. Um, and there is a buy it all bundle for this collection for On the Mend, and it is 10% off until March 21st. And you can't see it real well, but the Border Maker cartridge I have another picture of here is really cute. But just remember, you get 10% off when you buy a collection in the first 2 weeks. So the buy it all bundle is good through March 21st at 10% off. And when you buy it in the first 2 days, if you purchase that new collection on the Monday or Tuesday when it comes out, so you would have had to have purchased it Monday or Tuesday of this week, you're in the running to get a golden ticket, which is a free refills for a year. But you have to purchase the buy it all bundle within the first 48 hours of that new collection coming out. So that's Monday or Tuesday. And they pick a winner from Monday and they pick a winner from Tuesday, and you get free refills for a year. I mean, how great would that be to win that prize? Okay. So let me see. That is the new collection. Uh, and we talked about the National Scrapbook Day collection. And we talked about, so this is the Border Maker cartridge for the On the Mend collection. It's called Heartbeat Chain BMC, and it's this adorable heart with the heartbeat monitor in between the hearts. So it's the heartbeat chain that you get in the Buy It All bundle. So cute. All right. So let's see. I think that was all for the products that are the new products that came out this week. Oh, let's see. Is it this one? Yes. Also, that came out this week, there is a 8x8 paper buffet. So if you are somebody that loves to make the 8x8 albums, they have made um one, two, three, 8 of the collections that are 12 by 12 collections into 8 by 8 size. So check that out. There's Christmas, there's the travel, there's the uh, graduation and the tropical. So all of those great collections that are out in our catalog that are available in 12 by 12, they made 8 of those into these 8 by 8. And when you buy 8 or more of those 8 by 8 paper packs, then you get the free peekaboo pockets that you see there in the center of the page of this picture. Free peekaboo pockets that are the size to fit your 8 by 8 papers. So very cute papers. Check those out. And there's also 4 limited edition 8 by 8 albums that are available this week too. So you can grab one of those albums and grab these paper packs and make a cute little 8 by 8 album. And I'll tell you, you can get tons of pictures in those little 8 by 8 albums, and they are so adorable and they're great to give as gifts. Okay, so I think that was it for all of the products that came out this week. But I wanted to talk to you about the escape bundle. So this, um, because I earned the incentive trip for this year, I am able to sell this escape bundle to the first 15 people who let me know they want to purchase it. And I have 5 people on my list so far that want this bundle. I apologize. I don't have the cost of this bundle right here in front of me. I believe it's 125 for the bundle. I put this up here and then I forget what the cost is. But reach out to me and let me know if you're interested. I can let you know for sure what the price is. I want to say it's $125. You get everything you see here: the paper pack, the laser borders, the stickers, the die cuts, that cute punch that looks like coral, the matte pack, which is in the bottom right of that picture, and then the bottom left is this great pod, and I can show you that up close and personal because I have one right here behind me. This is the pod that you get in the bundle. And I have it full, so it's heavy. It is huge. Look how big this pod is. And it fits so much. I just took this to the latest scrapbook weekend that I went to, and it is adorable. It has little suns on it, and it fits albums, it fits paper packs, it fits our project folders, all of that great stuff. And like I said, it is huge and can fit so much stuff in it. Yeah, so that's what you get. There we go. So that is the pod that you see in the picture. That is the pod you get with the bundle. So please let me know if you would like one. I can order them beginning April 28th. So let me know and I'll get one of those ordered for you. I can also order the Escape album for you if you would like that as well. And that is $40. So please let me know if you are interested. I will add your name to the list and I will get those ordered for you, like I said, on April 28th. Okay, so I think those are all the products that I wanted to tell you about. Yes. Okay, I'm marking the next thing off my list. All right, let me say hi. Let me go over and say hi because I see some people joining and saying hi. Hello, Jenny. Hello, Jean. Thanks for jumping on and saying hi. I love to hear from you guys where you're joining from. Okay, let's keep plugging along here. So just one more thing, and then we're going to talk about the winter challenge. So I was notified this week by Facebook that they are going to start deleting videos out of groups after 30 days. So I wanted to let you guys know that if you watch my videos from one of my Facebook groups, you may need to, and you can't find one that you were looking for, the best way to watch them is on my Pam's Scrapbooks Facebook page or YouTube channel. That is where I don't think it's affecting Facebook pages. I think it's just Facebook groups. that they're only going to keep the videos up for 1 month, and then they're going to remove them. So, yeah, let me see. Um, oh, nope. It is my Facebook page. Yeah. So it is the Facebook page as well. So the best place to watch older videos, videos that are older than 30 days, is on my YouTube channel. As far as I know, YouTube isn't changing their policy and they will be out there forever. But Facebook is changing their policy. So the best place to watch my videos is on my YouTube channel, Pam's Scrapbooks YouTube channel. I think, there's just a large amount of people doing videos, and so they don't want to have to store them anymore. So here, I just changed this. Pam's Scrapbooks YouTube channel is the best place to watch my videos if you're looking for one that's older than 30 days. Okay, just wanted to let you know about that change is coming up. In case you're out there looking for videos, the best place to find them is on my YouTube channel. All right. Let me just jump back over to the chat here. I think a couple other people said hi. Hi, Jenny. I've missed watching you. Thank you so much. I've missed being here too. I look forward to seeing you guys every Wednesday and having some fun making a page with you. So it's good to be here this week. And as far as I know, the rest of March, I will be here every Wednesday. Just to give you a heads up, though, in April, I will be out of the country from April 29th through May 19th, so for 3 weeks. But I will try and do some pre-work and make some videos for you guys while I'm out um, during that time. All right. And hey, Beverly, how are you? I could not find you on your page, so I'm late. Oh, thanks. I'm glad you're here. All right. So let's get to it. So tonight is the last, no, not tonight. This week is the last week to post your finished layouts for the winter challenge. And this has been lots of fun, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it too. I'm planning on doing one. Creative Memories does one in the summer. So I'm planning on doing a challenge for you guys in the winter months, in the, January, February, March timeframe. We'll do a challenge then. We'll have one in the summer and we'll have one in the fall. So we'll have a fall challenge, a winter challenge, and a summer challenge, just so we have something that keeps us motivated and keeps us making pages together and having fun. So watch for that. We'll be having more of these challenges throughout the year. And I was looking for some. Oh, here it is. So remember, let me get rid of this guy here. Give me just a second. There we go. Remember, this is our last week. So you want to get your layout finished. You want to take a picture of it. You want to post it to my Facebook page. And we found out that you have to post it on my post that has the bingo card, and it's featured at the top of my page. So it's at the very top. You should see it immediately when you go to my page. You should see the bingo card. Open that post and post your picture in that post, and then you'll be able to post it to my page. And you have to use hashtag Pam's Winter Challenge, because then when I search for everybody who has posted a picture, your post will be in there and you will be able to be in the running for one of three $25 product credits that I'm going to announce the winners next Wednesday when I go live. So this is our last week. So do you have your bingo card? So your bingo card has 25 suggestions of what to use, what feature to use, what to put in your layout. And then you can mark that square off that you finished that square. And like I said, and then you post that picture out to my Facebook page and to try and win. Now, all of these rules are at the bottom of the bingo card, so you can check that out. Like I said, it's pinned to the top of my Facebook page. So you can grab this, or email me. If you're not on Facebook and you need the card, I will gladly email this to you if you want to post a couple layouts this week. But you have to have them posted by next Tuesday at midnight because, like I said, I'm pulling the winners on Wednesday night at 7 in our Scrap Your Stash. Okay, so bingo cards. So let me flip over to my table. So a couple weeks ago, when we had our Friday night virtual crop, we decided that we were going to work on this bingo challenge together and make some of these layouts, make some of these squares. And so that's what I'm going to first start off. I'm going to show you what we made during my Friday night virtual crop. So this was layout number 1. I think it's a 1-page layout. This is a 2. I haven't looked at these in a couple weeks, so bear with me. I think this is a 1-page layout that I made. Yes. And so this one is on the bingo card. This one is the use 3x3 peekaboo pockets in your layout. So that's one of the squares on your bingo card. And I don't know if these are 3x3. They might be like 2.85 or whatever, but whatever size peekaboo pockets you have would be great. But I love this paper. This is the National Scrapbook Day paper. And what I did was I took a piece of hot fudge cardstock, and then I took this paper, which I love, that has all of the succulent plants on it, and trimmed 2 of them off to use above and below my middle section here. And then on my middle section is where I have my peekaboo pockets. And down in the corner, I took one of the die cuts from the pack and used that as my my little tab to flip these peekaboo pockets open. And we have a great adhesive. It's a strong adhesive, and it is the one that's yellow or orange, I guess. And this one is a stronger adhesive than our regular adhesive. And so I used that adhesive to put these little tabs at the bottom, or die cuts at the bottom, to flip open. And what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to put the like you do in the garden, you put the label of what you're growing, and then underneath I'm going to put the picture of those plants that we grew in there. So if I have tomatoes, I'm going to take a picture of my tomatoes, and here's what my tomatoes look like. And if we do cucumbers, here's my cucumbers, and here's I don't know what, I'll put some other plant under there, and so on, and then this one over here. That was my thought, is that I'll have a picture of each of these plants that we're growing in our garden with the label here, and then a picture of them underneath. So that was my thought with the peekaboo pockets for this layout. So that was one layout that we made during our Friday night virtual crop a couple weeks ago with the National Scrapbook Day collection. A second layout that we made, and this one was on our bingo card. This one is, I need to mark this off. So I did this 3x3. So I'm just going to mark that off. There we go. And then I believe there's one here that says use 6x12 peekaboo pockets. Here's 4x6. Well, I don't see it right now. Yeah, right here, very first one, 6x12. So I can mark that one off too. So this top left corner square says use 6x12 peekaboo pockets. I have a lot of peekaboo pocket squares on your bingo card because they are so much fun. So these are the 6x12s, and I have done this in other layouts, and I just love this effect with these big 6 by 12 size. So these are tucked under this piece of cardstock, right? And then they flip up, and then I'm going to have a progression of the pictures underneath. So maybe I'll do, planting the garden and then, what the plants look like down here, or I'm not real sure yet, but I've got this all ready and I can't wait to use it. And I'll have a bunch of pictures lined up across front and back here. So you get tons of pictures on this layout. So that is the 6 by 12. All right. And then one last layout that we did at the virtual crop. This one was lots of fun too. And I don't remember which one this was, if it's put 3 pics on one page or mat all the photos. I've got mats, or use foam squares on a 2-page layout on both sides, which I did. There's a lot of them on here that this layout uses on the bingo card. But it was so much fun because I used the latest border punch, the flower pot border punch, and I think it's up on my shelf right now. But this was the first time I used it. And it was so much fun because, like your Cricut, it's different layers. So I punched it out in brown, and then I punched it out again in blue, and then cut those out and pasted them on my pots on my border. And then I punched it out again in yellow, and then I punched it out again in green. And so for each one of those, then I'd trim it off and add it to my border to give to make this cute border with different colored pots. And then I took a marker and drew on it to give kind of some shadows on the pots. And for the brown, I used a white chalk marker to just give some fun and some depth, and look like pots. So that was fun. And again, that marks off several spots on our bingo card. All right. So tonight, I don't have much left of my National Scrapbook Day collection because I've been using it in my I think we used it a couple weeks ago, and in my Scrap Your Stash, and we used it at the Friday night virtual crop. So I think this is the only piece of paper I have left from the accessory pack. Now, I haven't done the kit yet, so I don't know if you guys have ventured into the National Scrapbook Day project recipe kit, but that is out on my website. It is for sale. I believe it's $13.50 for the kit. You get everything you need to make two-page layouts, including the instructions. And if you buy the whole customer bundle, then you also get the project guidebook, which gives you even more projects to make. But the kits are so much fun, and the cutting guides are easy to follow, and they've really made them much easier to cut out so that they're not, for me, a couple of the previous project recipe kits have been confusing and hard to cut, but they really have made it a lot easier so that it's very quick to cut all the pieces and then assemble them based on the letter and number that they're given, or number and letter that they're given. So they have pictures of how it looks and where to put everything. And like I said, it's two-page layouts. So this is layout number 1, and this is layout number 2. And you get all of that in the kit. So they're lots of fun. And then this is a new thing that they've come out with this year, is the project guidebook. And I think we've talked about these before. These are all project recipes in here that you can use the National Scrapbook Day collection or any collection to make these project recipes in this booklet. There's going to be a booklet with every collection that comes out this year. And I believe you get that for free when you buy the Buy It All bundle. So start saving those up. And eventually they're going to come out with a cute binder because they've got them all 3-hole punch that you can put them all in. And I noticed too, they've 3-hole punched the project recipes in the National Scrapbook Day kit. So you can put those in your binder as well. And those are great to take with you to crops because then you can just pull them out and, use them for ideas and motivation on what to make. All right. So I'm very limited on what I can do here because this is all I have left from my National Scrapbook Day collection, but that's okay. It's been so much fun making layouts with that collection, and they are so cute. So I have a pack of peekaboo pockets, and it's a variety pack, and there's 2.5 by 3.5, 3.5 by 3.5, and 4 by 4. I'm going to grab the 4 by 4. I love a 4 by 4 picture on my layout, so I'm going to grab the biggest size in here, which is the 4 by 4, and there's 6 of them. I don't know if we'll use all 6 tonight, but I just wanted to make a peekaboo pocket layout with you guys. I think we made one with the 6 by 12 a couple weeks ago, but I thought tonight we would use these cute 4 by 4, and maybe we'll do something fun like a waterfall type of thing. All right. So I'm going to grab my cardstock here. This is the variety pack of cardstock that you get in your customer bundle. You get 8 pages, I believe, 8 pieces, I believe, in 4 different colors. And, it's all the coordinating cardstock for the National Scrapbook Day collection. So it all looks gorgeous together. And that's what I love about this is I don't have to think about any of it. I can just put it together and I know that it matches. And I'm definitely somebody who wants to match. Okay, so this piece is about 9 inches. I'm gonna cut this piece in half, and we'll just do one side of my 2-page layout tonight. So I just made a little pinch where the half mark is. I'm just going to cut it in half. Use my sight guide here just to make sure I am on the mark. There we go. I just love this color of this paper. I don't know if you'd call that a burnt orange, but it is really pretty. And let's do something fun. All right, so I am going to use my photo tape, and we're going to put this down the center of the paper. I like to use this photo tape on these bigger pieces so that the whole piece lays down nice and flat. I'm going to jump over and say hi. Hello, Janice. Oh, thank you, Jean, for the compliment. Great ideas. I appreciate you. Hope you're doing good. Can't wait to see you. Maybe I'll see you virtually this weekend at the CM Sisters. I don't know if you're attending. Okay, so just making sure that I have this centered right in the middle. I'm going to grab my 0 centering ruler. There we go. Great way to double check that you're in the right spot here. And it looks like I am. I'm at the 2. Wait a minute. I'm at the 2 1/4 over here. And oh yeah, I'm at 2 1/4 over here. Okay. So I think I'm good. All right. So what I want to do is I want to use this centerpiece. I like to take my peekaboo pockets and I like to adhere them down to my paper. Now, some ladies like to adhere them to their um, page protectors. Man, words tonight. Um, but I would rather have them adhered to the paper. I just feel like they are gonna be more secure underneath a piece of paper. I just like that. So let me double check. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I put the photo tape down the edges like I normally do, but I actually need it down the middle because I don't want to adhere the sides of the paper down yet. So let's do a piece down the middle. We will do that step again of centering it. Oh, make sure we've got it centered since I just moved it around. All right, let me get this centered on. I'll get this pushed over a little bit. There we go. Now you guys can see it. Get it centered on my mat, or get it positioned on my mat, and then get my edge to edge, and then make sure I have it in the center. Okay, 2 1/4, 2 1/4. Pretty good. All right. So this is where we want it. I'm just going to peel a little bit of that center piece back. Make sure I didn't shift my paper. There we go. Hold on to it. Take that backing off of there. There we go. All right. So the reason I did that is, like I said, I like to have my peekaboo pocket underneath the edge of my paper. So I want to get these tucked under here nice, adhere them down, and then I will take that other piece of backing off my photo tape and adhere the sides down. But I want to get my peekaboo pockets down first. And so we're going to kind of do a flip. I don't know if I don't know if this would be the cascading, considered cascading or not, but we're going to do a peekaboo pocket on the left, a peekaboo pocket on the right, and they're going to flip out like this. And we're going to have enough room to do, I think, just 2 sets. Let's see. Let's see how this will work. Well, actually, we could layer them a bit. That's an option as well. And maybe we just bring them down a bit here. I just think we should use this whole pack up, and we'll just layer them. All right, we're going to do it, guys. That's what we're going to do. Decision has been made. I don't know that I've ever done this method before, this much of a overlap. So you're going to have to flip open. There's going to have to be an order in which you flip them open because they're going to overlap. Okay. So we want the ones that are going to be on the bottom first. So that is going to be, I think we'll do the top ones first, and then the rest of them will be overlapped a little bit. Okay. All right, we have our plan. Okay, so let me start with this side. So what I always do is, and I know this is hard to see because these are clear, but here's the pocket. My hand is in the pocket. Okay, and this is the flap right here that has the adhesive on it. There's a little flap right here at the top. So the pocket ends right here, and then you have this little flap up here at the top. What I always do is I fold that flap over the opening of the pocket. Fold it over the opening. That's the first step that I always do. And then I peel off, which can be a little tricky because it's just a very thin piece of whatever it's made of, plastic or whatever. You pull that back. I know that's so hard to see. because it's clear. But you pull this little covering, the backing, off of the adhesive, okay? And again, just like I do with the photo tape, I peel off a little bit and have it sticking out. I don't know if you can see it better there. Nope, let me try the green piece of green here so that you could see it. There we go. Oh, I had it. So it's just a very, very thin piece of backing, clear backing on the adhesive. Okay, so I've got a little bit of it sticking out. I'm going to tuck this flap that I folded right underneath my paper. I've got that little part of the flap that the adhesive is exposed because I have the backing off of that, so I can stick it down, I can get it lined up, and then I can pull that backing off the flap all the way so that all of the adhesive is exposed and press it down on my paper. Okay, so now this one is adhered to my paper. Let me just lift this up so you can see it. So it is adhered, and you can see the flap right there. Let me hold that up real close. Okay, and the opening is right here, right? So now I can slide my picture or whatever I'm putting in this peekaboo pocket in there, just like that. Okay, there we go. So we've got flat peekaboo pocket number 1 down. And now we're going to put peekaboo pocket number 2. And I'm going to do it right on top of that one. So we're going to do the same thing again. Here's my flap. Here's the opening to my pocket. Fold that flap over that opening. Get it, crease it nice and good, real good crease there. Pull up that adhesive backing. It's just like a piece of Scotch tape. It's that thin. I'm going to tuck it underneath my paper, get it lined up with the peekaboo pocket that I just laid down, and then press down that part that the adhesive is exposed, and then pull that backing off. There we go. So we got 2 of them down. Once you get the hang of it, it's really easy to do. Okay, so now remember we said we're going to overlap. Oh, I'm going to have to lift up part of the peekaboo pocket that I pressed down. We're going to overlap. I'm going to put this one down over here. We're going to overlap. So we got to tuck it underneath here. Got to pull part of this up here. There we go. This is going to be so cute. Okay, so that one's down. And then we're going to do this one. Fold it over. Hold that flap. Peel off your backing. Lift this one up here a little bit on the side to tuck this next peekaboo pocket underneath it. Oh, there we go. Okay, let's just make sure that everybody's able to flap open. Yes. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this one didn't get on too well here. So I'm going to realign this one. There we go. Okay, perfect. Last 2. So here we go. We're going to fold this over the flap, over the open part of the pocket. We're going to peel back a little piece of the backing that's on the adhesive. We're going to tuck that underneath here. We're overlapping it with these. And then we're going to pull, get that lined up. Then we're going to pull that backing off and press it down. One more. Fold it over your pocket. Pull off a section of the backing. Get it lined up under your paper. Awesome. Press it down and hold it, and then take the rest of the backing off. So you can see that's the backing that's on the peekaboo pocket. It's very thin, like I said, like tape, almost like a Scotch tape. All right, so there we go. We have all of our peekaboo pockets down, and they are layered, and they are fun. And I've got room for 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 pictures on my page that are 4x4 size, just in the peekaboo pockets. And then I have room on each side of my strip of paper. And then I can also put pictures on my strip of paper underneath here. Now, remember, we didn't pull the backing off yet of the, oh, there we go. Let's make sure they're laying nice and flat. Yep, these are good. So I'm going to pull that off now. And so that's just going to be another way to keep those peekaboo pockets nice and secure under there. They are nice and adhered down there, never coming off. There we go. All right. Perfect. All right, now let me cut some, let's see, where's my mats? I had my mats. Here we go. I have some mats. There's layered embellishments. There's die cuts. All of these great things that are part of the National Scrapbook Day collection. I don't know that any of these mats are going to work, other than I might decorate with one somewhere. I like this green thumb. These are such cute mats, but they're not going to work for this layout because they are the bigger size mats, but no problem. I'm going to cut some mats, and I'll use this green piece since I have it pulled out. I also have the blue. Hold on. Let me start with the blue. I feel like I've used a lot of the green. I need to give the blue some love too. All right. I think if we cut these at 4x4, they're going to slide right into those peekaboo pockets, but let's just double check. I'm always using 4x4s when I trim my pictures. I love a 4x4 picture. I don't know why. I just think it looks cool to have that size mixed in with your 4x6 sizes. Okay, so here's 2 4x4s. Let's check it out and make sure that this is the size that we need. I know they're 4x4 peekaboo pockets, but let's make sure that they're going to fit well in here. And they are. That is perfect. They slide right in there. Let's do 2 more in the blue, and then I'll do 1 in the green, just so we have blue and green represented. So just lining this up at the 4-inch. And the 4-inch. There we go. 2 more of those, and we'll do 2 of the green. Just checking my scraps to make sure I didn't have any, and it doesn't look like I do. So we will use this full piece of paper here. Four by 4. We'll get 3 out of this one. All right, let's see what we got. So I will be all set with my photo mats when I'm ready to put pictures on this page. And what I'll do is I'll just put a picture on the front and the back of this one photo mat. I don't need to have a photo mat for each picture. So I'm going to alternate. I'm going to do blue and then green and then blue. Oh, I got to close this one. There we go. Okay, and then the green one is going to go in here. Now, of course, you know, I have this vertical. You could also do this horizontal, right? And you're flipping your peekaboo pockets like so. However it works for you with your picture sizes, you know, that's the way you should do it. Oh, I have some comments on the Facebook groups. I see Rita is on. Hello, Rita from Florida. I see Janice and Sue Ellen. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I see Lisa from Oregon. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys saying hi and letting us know where you're joining from. It's so fun to see ladies from all over the United States. I love that. All right, so I get to mark off a couple more squares on my bingo card for this fun layout. I still have this little strip here. I don't know if I will use this again for my borders. But I also have, oh, I just thought of this. Give me just a second. I want to grab it off my shelf. We haven't made a watering can border yet with the Border Maker cartridge. Let's check that out. I'm not sure what color I'll make this in. Maybe I'll do I think I used all my brown. Let me grab a piece of hot fudge. All right, fun. Okay, so with our Border Maker system, there's 2 pieces. The mechanism that you put the cartridge in, and that's your punch. So when you slip that cartridge in there, you'll see that the punch handle comes up, and that's ready for you to punch out this border. On the paper holder, you unfold the tray, you lift up the arm, you slide in your piece of paper and make sure that it's right up against that edge of the tray. Push down the arm so it locks in. Fold the tray back. Now your paper is sticking out and ready for you to punch it. You take the punching mechanism that has your cartridge in it and you line up the notch that's on the punching mechanism with the notch that's on the paper holder, and there are 6 of them. You're going to make 6 punches, and you're also going to feel these 2 little knobs lock in down here in these notches, and that just keeps it steady so it's not moving around and so it's straight. So line it up notch to notch, feel it lock in, and punch, and then slide it down. Now, when you're sliding, if you feel your paper get caught up in there, then take it all the way off your paper and move it down and put it back on instead of sliding it down, because there are little intricate pieces that can get hooked up in there. This one seems to be cutting really well, and I'm not having any issues with it getting caught. Oh, I'm so excited. I was so happy when this collection came out. This is just something that I have a lot of pictures of, you guys know, of my garden and my flowers. So this watering can and the theme of the National Scrapbook Day just fits in well with my albums. And there we go. So this punch is, we have several different kinds of punches, and this one is a punch that punches on the edge of your paper. So you see that watering cans are on the edge of my paper. And you can tell what kind of cartridge it is, just to give you a little bit of insight on these cartridges. You can tell that it's going to punch it on the side because it has the metal piece goes all the way down to the bottom. One side of the metal goes all the way down to the bottom of the cartridge. And you'll see, at the top above the watering cans, that is open. So you'll know that it's going to punch on the edge of your paper. Now, let me show you. Sorry for the dead airspace here. Let me show you the other types. Yeah, that's another type. And the chain. Okay. So we just talked about this one. This is going to punch on the edge, and you can tell because you have a space, an open space of metal, there's no metal at the top. Okay, so we know that it's going to punch it on the edge because there's a solid piece of metal at the bottom. This one, you can see the metal is all the way from top to bottom. So this one is going to be, I can't remember what they call this style, but this one is going to be a solid strip of paper top to bottom with the stars and the what is this one called? Dancing stars in the middle. So you're going to have a strip. Let me see. I don't have one here. So your paper, you're going to have a strip of 1-inch piece of paper, and there's going to be stars, dancing stars, and whatever the decoration is, you're going to have that in the middle of that 1-inch piece. If that makes sense, you're going to have a 1-inch strip with the decorations in the middle of that. And then we have ones that are called chains, and you can see that this metal, it isn't at the top or the bottom. This is going to punch completely off of your paper. All right, so now that I've explained them all, I'm going to show you what I mean by punching them. So let me use the glue that I have here, and I'll punch out the stars, the dancing stars. This was a limited edition cartridge that came with the secret box. The first secret box this year. The theme was stars, and what's the word? Stars and the moon and all of the planets and that kind of thing. That was the theme of that secret box. Okay, so you see this is punching it in about a 1-inch strip on the edge of your paper. It didn't punch it off your paper, but it's going to be, so you can see the difference. It's a solid, you have paper at the top, you have paper at the bottom of your border, right? And you can trim it off and have a border. This one, you don't have any paper at the top of the border. It's open, but it is punched on the side of your paper. So those are two different styles that we have. And then the third style, like I said, is the chain. This one is called the dotted diamonds. That's the first one that I found when I was looking on my shelf. So I'll just do the green for this one. So you can see the difference, the 3 different styles of Border Maker cartridges that we have. Whoa. There we go. So that is called a chain. So if you look at my website and you see a Border Maker cartridge that has chain in the name, you'll know that style punches completely off of your paper. Okay, so style number 1 on the edge, opened at the top. Style number 2 on the edge, closed on the top and bottom. And style number 3, a chain. So those are our border maker cartridges. Hey, that kind of looks cool together. There we go. We just made a border with 3 different punches. Okay. So if I'm going to use this watering can on my layout, I could use this one. If I want to do vertical, I can use this one, right? And I could punch another one, put it over here. If I want to do horizontal, I can trim this off of here and put this on above. Let's trim it so we can see it. I can put it above and below. My table's getting full here. All right, there we go. So I'm just going to use the top of this watering can as my I'm going to put it at the 1-inch mark. Just so I know when I trim my other one, so it's the same width, I put it at the 1-inch mark. So if I turn this horizontally, I can use my cute little watering cans as a little border above my peekaboo pockets. I'll just put this little guy down here for now. There we go. So we can have a border at the top and a border at the bottom. And of course we want to add our journaling, so we can use a journaling card if we have one that works. Like I said, mine are all the bigger size, so they're not going to work on this layout. I'd have to trim them down. But we definitely want to put some journaling on here. We want to tell the story. Here's one that's smaller. I could use this one. We want to tell the story of these pictures. Make sure we put a date. Always put a date, because I'll tell you, I go through my scrapbooks and try and get things in chronological order, and then I don't have a date, and I'm kicking myself. Where's the date? I have to know which order to put these pictures in. We want to do some decorating with our cute die cuts. And they're so fun. All about the garden. All about the plants and growing with love. And our little succulents. Or maybe they're herbs. Maybe it's your herb garden. Have fun decorating. And we want to put some kind of a title. A little dirt never hurt. Maybe we have our tomato plants down here. I think there's another tomato plant in here somewhere. Or maybe we have our little harvest of food from our garden. So much fun. And then we've got all of these places for our beautiful pictures to tell the story of this moment. Yes, very fun. Oh, just pick up the top one and it flips them all. There we go. There's so many different ways to layer these awesome peekaboo pockets. I love a cascading, do you remember those albums, that photo albums, and they were cascading just like this? And you picked one up and there's another one underneath it, another one underneath it, another one underneath it. That's also a fun way to place your peekaboo pockets on your layout, is to have that cascading effect. All right, ladies, that is it for me tonight. Thanks for hanging out for longer tonight. I appreciate it. We had to get all caught up on our news and our events, and then have fun making a layout and talking about tools. So I hope you had a great time. It was great seeing everybody. Let me just take another look here at my pages. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. I think I got everybody. You guys have a great rest of your week. Everybody take care and be well. We're having some awesome warm weather here. I keep saying it's a teaser, but man, it's getting me in the gardening mood. I'll tell you for sure. I can't wait for spring to be here for good. We were in the 70s today, so it's been an awesome day to get out into nature and have fun and look forward to springtime. So I hope you enjoy that. If you're having that kind of weather this week as well, I hope you're enjoying your weather and have a great weekend. And be sure to join in on Friday and Saturday for the CM Sisters. And let me know if you want to join me on Sunday in person for my scrap and night out. And have a great St. Patrick's Day on Monday. I'm sure that everybody will remember to wear something green, and I will see you next Wednesday. We will be picking the winners for our winter challenge. So be sure and get your pages in so that your name can be in the drawing. All right, guys, have a great evening, and I will see you next Wednesday. Good night.